On this edition of Shelby This Week, another business is headed to Shelby Township. They are bringing a lot of money to the state and will offer jobs to the community. Orange barrels still aren't a thing of the past. We will tell you about some upcoming projects which might affect your commute. The Shelby Township Police Department is warning residents about a new scam. Learn what you should look for. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Safa Transmission has a new home, and it's right here in Shelby Township. The headquarters will be located on Investment Drive just off of Shelby Parkway and 23 Mile. The company builds combat vehicle transmissions, and they plan to invest over $40 million into Michigan. The company looked at many different properties in cities across the country, ultimately deciding on Macomb County. Township Supervisor Rick Stathakis is proud to have the new business right here in the community.
The reason they like Shelby Township is because we're a very stable community. For example, our public safety is second to none. That is very, very important to any company. And they don't just look at it from a few years back. They look at what the record has been, the long-term history of Shelby Township. We've been very stable, and we're very stable now. Our budget, it's not just because we're a AA plus, it's because we're not, even for the next recession, we're ready. They know what our financials look like.
Supervisor Stathakis also credits the successful school system in the area for people wanting to have their business here. Safa Transmission is just one of many businesses located within the area of Shelby Parkway.
That whole strip since 2016 has brought in Shelby Township 2,100 jobs. So that, I think, is a key, because when you look at the local economy, I know we've said this before, you know, when you start talking about someone giving you a haircut and then they come to your store and, you know, it's like an exchange of money. But when you start talking about multinational companies, and by the way, 5 of those 10 or 11 are actually North American headquarters right here in Shelby Township. But when you start talking about these manufacturing type companies, they bring new money into Shelby Township. That is key. That is critical.
Be sure to stay with us at Shelby This Week. We will continue to inform you on future jobs from this company. Directly from the state's Treasury Office, Shelby Township received a draft of the best practices and strategies from the Michigan Stability Board. The idea behind this document is to help local governments meet the challenges of funding pension and other post-employment benefit obligations. According to Township Treasurer Michael Flynn, the Board of Trustees has already implemented these practices to ensure they are providing the most to its employees and residents. One major takeaway was the recommendation from the state to raise the tax millage. But as Flynn explains, residents here in Shelby Township should not worry about any increases.
There are a lot of our neighboring communities that are going to be at a tremendous risk for a tax increase, and because of the reforms that we've entered into over the last 10 years, we are in a very, very strong position. We have a fully funded police and fire pension, and we have a post-employment healthcare trust that is about 50% funded, which is far better than most of our neighboring communities. And we have a very strong plan to get that thing fully funded and off of our books in the next few years. So people can rest assured that we're on the case and our financial position is strong.
State law requires the Municipal Stability Board to review and update the best practices and strategies list every year. In a statement, the Deputy State Treasurer Ann Wolfert said the guidance is a starting point for problem solving on entities' underfunded retirement benefits and developing a corrective action plan. To review the document, visit michigan.gov/local retirement reporting. With business booming in the township, one particular area is in need of an expansion. 23 Mile Road and Shelby Parkway will expand as the area has seen an increase of traffic volumes. The county, state, and Shelby Township has contributed to make this area easier to navigate, especially during rush hour times.
The state of Michigan is coming in with a economic development fund. From that fund, $2 million. And we will be matching the county's contribution up to $200,000. So it could cost between $2 and $2.5 million. And again, we're just waiting for the state to send the check. And once we get it, once the county gets it, we'll be ready to go to work.
The plan will widen southbound Shelby Parkway to accommodate a dual right turn lane onto westbound 23 Mile. There will also be an additional lane added to the northbound M53 off-ramp for traffic to turn right onto eastbound 23 Mile.
The Board of Trustees have really worked well getting the request to the state of Michigan through the county. I know Pete Lucito's been a big help as well. So it's been a team effort. And now we're all just waiting for the state of Michigan to do what they said they would do, and that is send us the money.
Supervisor Stathakis says motorists should expect construction to officially start early next spring. From now until November 9, 30 Mile Road from M53 to east of Powell will be closed. The roadway will undergo construction to redo the road paving, storm sewer system, and curbs, as well as the guardrails. This restoration work will close the roadway for through traffic. All local traffic will have access during the construction project. In preparation for the future, the Shelby Township Board of Trustees has approved a proposal for the Planning and Zoning Department to conduct a crucial study. A traffic study will be done in the area of Jewel and Hayes in between 25 Mile and 26 Mile roads. With a new sanitary sewer being installed and primary plans from developers which are waiting to be presented for approval, township officials feel this traffic study needs to be done in order to look at the traffic flow to ensure the area can handle the volume which is expected when developers start coming in. This type of study will be helpful to motorists as the results will impact the way the township handles the roads in this area.
We'll show them that we're trying to manage and coordinate development with infrastructure, so we're not overburdening the existing roads that may not be able to handle it. You know, if we get new traffic generation figures that suggest we need 5 lanes rather than 2 lanes, you know, we need to make sure that the roads can handle the traffic as this new development occurs, and not wait till afterwards where we have a crisis and then try to solve the problem. We're trying to anticipate the problem and come up with a plan that addresses those needs.
Typically, it's the developers who are responsible for conducting the study. However, Glenn Winn, Director of Planning and Zoning, feels like this is an opportunity for the township to get a head start and plan now. The township has hired its own traffic consultant who is working directly for Shelby Township, not the developer. The Shelby Township Police Department is warning residents about a new way scammers are targeting people. The online computer repair phone calls is the next scam residents should be aware of. Calls are telling people they have a problem with their computers and they need to allow access and have bank information ready. It's important not to fall victim to these scams. The best advice is to not answer the phone when a call comes in from numbers you do not know. Or if you do happen to pick up and a scammer is on the other line, it is best to hang up and block the number immediately. Remember, if you are having problems with your computer, you should take it to a local repair shop, not seek advice from an incoming caller. Still ahead on Shelby this week, a new hire in Shelby Township is not a stranger to the uniform. Learn how his harrowing story of survival has made him the officer he is today. And gather your family and friends because this weekend it's all about the art. We have all these stories and more still ahead on Shelby this week.
Do you have a killer key lime pie or a secret recipe for an apple pie that Grandma handed down to you? The Shelby Township Art Fair is the place to showcase your skills. We're looking for the prettiest, tastiest, and most inventive pies in Shelby Township. You can submit your pie on Saturday, August 11th by 1 p.m. at the Shelby Township Art Fair, located on the municipal grounds. All you have to do is bake your best pie, bring it to the art fair covered with a list of your ingredients. If you win, you get covered in the next edition of Fountain, a feature on our Living in Shelby Township television show. and 1 free pavilion rental at one of our Shelby Township parks. For more information and rules and regulations, go to ShelbyTWP.org/pie contest. That's ShelbyTWP.org/pie contest.
While he may be new to the police force in Shelby Township, he is certainly not new to the profession. Stacy Sansatera tells us how this man has overcome so much to be working right here today.
I wanted to be a police officer since I was really little.
Officer Matthew Winquest is the Shelby Township Police Department's first direct hire from a new cadet program implemented by the chief.
The cadet program is brand new. It's a dream of mine since I got hired here.
I did 45 days. In that 45 days, I got to learn the computer system here, how to book inmates, and I got to also learn the people that work here, which became very vital when I came on the road. I know how the computer system already works. I know how to book inmates, so a good chunk of it's already taken care of. Now it's just learning the area.
And if Officer Winquest looks familiar to you, that's because his move from the Detroit Police Department to Shelby Township has been highly publicized.
So yeah, I came from Detroit, I did 3 years there. As a young guy, it's a lot of fun, you get to experience a little bit of everything you could ever want.
Experiencing a little bit of everything took on a whole new meaning on Easter Day 2017, and it all began with a burglary call at a vacant house.
We show up, there's about 5 different vacant houses on the side of the street. So we went to the house that called. My partner goes up to the door, knocks multiple times, no answer. Probably only walked about 15 feet, and a shot rang out. I had a shot come through right here. My face just shattered my whole jaw, went and hit my tongue, and came down and lodged, rubbing against my carotid artery. Doctor said the bullet would bounce with my pulse when they opened me up. I had one come back through here. This one came back and shattered my C4 and C5 vertebrae, bruising my spinal cord. So I lost feeling in both arms that night, and then I continued to have numbness in my whole left arm and left shoulder for a long time.
And ultimately, it was that incident that was the catalyst to Officer Winquest making his way to Shelby Township.
Well, I was at the 100 Club Valor Awards down at the DAC. It was sometime, I think, late September last year. And I saw his story up there, and it moved me. Him and his partner were up there, and just kept thinking to myself the stuff that I went through there. Nothing as tragic as what Matthew and his partner went through, but I went through some pretty bad stuff myself. And I just saw they looked like babies up there to me. And I knew that, I wore their uniform before, I walked in their shoes, and I was right around their age. And just really moved me, right?
And for our police chief, the bar has been set high for recruitment.
We're looking for 2 things, work ethic and character. Okay, and I don't know if you ever heard this line before, but just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character. Okay, so we're not looking for characters, we're looking for people with character and work ethic.
Officer Winquest showed exactly that in his recovery and desire to get back to the force.
Start looking at things a little different, being more cautious on stuff, but not afraid. I mean, I came into this job knowing the risk, so when that risk happens, I can't be shocked. So I would just become more aware, more cautious, take things a little slower, just make sure I come home safe.
So you have this young man who's, takes shots in the face. He's off work for several months with his jaw wired shut, and he can't wait to come back to work and put his uniform on. This is a special young man.
And for this special young man, the danger in Detroit was not the reason he ultimately left and came to Shelby Township.
Morale is definitely a lot higher here than in Detroit. Like I said, the officers are friendly, the community's super friendly. Training is by far a lot better here than it was in Detroit. You got better cars here, better gear. This is a high quality here compared to Detroit.
I mean, it's the residents that live here, I believe, the culture of this town. This is a town where people care about their neighbors and the kids in the neighborhood. They care about the school districts, and everyone takes care of their yards, and everything has pride. This is an all-American town.
They wave a lot more to you here. Just easier interactions with people in general. It feels good. You feel like the community has your back here.
Welcome to the community, Officer Winquest, and rest assured that Shelby Township has your back. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
Whether you enjoy biking, walking, running, or just sitting and enjoying nature, the Huron-Clinton Metro Parks has some exciting news. They have begun the process to extend and develop the Sheldon Trail at Stony Creek. The trails run through the western part of the park. It was once the historic estate of the Sheldon family. In 1981, Elizabeth Sheldon donated the area to Stony Creek with the goal to turn it into a public recreation spot. Various grants will allow this project to happen. Nina Kelly, who serves as the Chief of Planning and Development at the Huron-Clinton Metro Park, said a wide variety of visitors have interest in this area of the park, including mountain bikers, trail runners, cross-country skiers, nature observers, and local historians. For more information on the project, you can visit metroparks.com/Sheldon Trails. Artwork galore will take over the township's municipal grounds this weekend. Get ready because the Shelby Township Art Fair will be August 11th and 12th. Over 100 booths will be on the grounds offering guests a variety of art, crafts, and a Michigan-made market. There will also be food and entertainment on both days for everyone of all ages to enjoy. Parking and entry is free. A shuttle bus will run from the community center to the grounds. An exciting new event this year will be the Better Pie Contest. People are encouraged to bake a fruit pie and submit it into the contest. The judging will take place on August 11th at 3 p.m. Pie submissions are due by 1 p.m. that day. For more information, visit ShelbyTWP.org/pie contest. And remember to bring your family out to the 35th annual Shelby Township Art Fair. The fishing derby was supposed to be held in June. However, weather prevented the outdoor event. Now the township is happy to announce the date has been rescheduled. On August 25th, the free event will be at Heritage Garden Lake. Children aged 15 and younger will have the opportunity to fish. It is encouraged the young anglers bring their own fishing equipment. Medals will be awarded to the kids with the largest catches of the day. For more information, you can contact the Parks and Recreation and Maintenance Department at 586-731-0300. Coming up next, a Shelby Township family is in need of a new roof and you can help them out. And 'tis the season for back-to-school shopping. While the list can be overwhelming, we will share with you how to score some deals to make the process a little better.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Ridgecon Roofing Company is once again sponsoring their No Roof Left Behind program. People were asked to nominate themselves or someone they know who is in need of a new roof on their home. Last year's winners was a family right here in Shelby Township. 4 finalists are up this year for a new roof. One of them is a home located right here in our community. On the website, their story reads as this. My parents met as teenagers and grew up in Detroit. They worked hard and saved every penny to move us to a better area. They found that in quiet Shelby Township. In 2007, when the market crashed, my dad lost his job and we all pitched in to keep our home. A few years ago, the hard times took their toll and my parents got a divorce. My mom was a stay-at-home mom of 4 for 20 years, but got back into the workforce, working 2 jobs. She is trying her best to keep our family home alive for my younger brothers and her grandchildren. This home brought all of us so much joy and stands for so much. It's more than just a house. It's an example of what can be achieved through hard work. My mom won't ask for it, but I know she needs the help. Voting is now open until August 20th. To place your vote and look at the other nominees, visit NoRoofLeftBehind.com/program/MI. If you know someone looking for a job, the Shelby Township Senior Center is in need of a bus driver. They are accepting applications for any person with a commercial driver's license. The position will be Monday through Friday. The job is part-time and the person is expected to work anywhere between 8 and 16 hours per week. Some duties will include inspecting the bus, reporting vehicle problems, maintaining and completing a log sheet for each day, and assisting with office duties while there is downtime. Applications will be accepted until August 31st. To apply, visit shelbytwp.applicantpro.com. With shelves of the stores filling up with school supplies, it is just a reminder the lazy days of summer will close its chapter very soon. The National Retail Federation says parents are expected to spend about $685 on school supplies this year. If you are looking to save a little money as you shop for the necessities, our April Morton tells you where you can find some discounts.
Believe it or not, August is already here, and that means back to school time for many local kids and teachers. I went out to find the best deals on your paper and pencils and all the other supplies you'll need. Well, summer break will soon be a thing of the past, and school will be back in session. So now will be a good time to knock off that school supply list and catch some great deals.
Well, Lakeshore is having our big back to school sale right now with 20% off thousands of items and up to 50% off our in-store doorbusters. We have everything from our popular neon book bins to supply caddies, costume decor, and more.
Lakeshore Learning Store has everything imaginable for teachers in the classroom as well for parents. And the Hall Road location is the only one in the state. Teachers can also receive an exclusive discount.
Teachers can sign up for our Teacher Club card where they get member-only discounts and exclusive discounts and savings and deals through the store.
Students can also benefit with free crafts being offered in the store.
We do have free crafts every Saturday as well. A lot of people don't know about that. So every Saturday we have free crafts in the store from 11 to 3 where you don't have to sign up or register. You just come in and do a craft activity with our team members in the store and you get to take it home.
Up to 50% in-store doorbusters goes until September 2nd. As well, many sales are also on LakeshoreLearning.com. For Shelby This Week, I'm April Morton.
That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching.